Welcome. In front of me is a brand new DOOGEE Fire 7 rugged phone, and in this video I will make an unboxing and a quick overview of this smartphone. So let's start with learning about this device right from the box. So this device claims to be all tools in one phone. It has 256 gigabytes of internal storage and also 16 gigabytes of RAM memory, which are actually 4 gigabytes of actual RAM memory plus 12 gigabytes of virtual RAM. And virtual RAM is basically a storage memory converted to RAM memory, which actually doesn't perform quite as well as the actual RAM memory. It cannot be used directly to perform tasks in real time, and therefore this phone basically has 4 gigabytes of actual RAM memory. And here we don't have much more to see. So it also claims to have of course NFC, GPS. It also has 5G. It is standard at IP68. It also has an IP69K standard and also a military grade standard. So this phone is basically unbreakable. It claims to be resistant to high pressure water water jets. It's immersible up to 1.5 meters underwater for half an hour. It's drop resistant up to 1.5 meter, and basically it is also resistant to extreme conditions. So this sounds very impressive, and now let's unpack this device. Okay, and then we'll see what hides inside of the box. And here we have it. So this smartphone, as we can see, and the charger and also the charging cable to it. It smells of glue. It smells of industrial glue. It's a weird smell. So here we can see that we have, of course, 2 power buttons. The power button with the fingerprint scanner on it. Here we have the SIM card port. So let me actually open it to see. And I must say that it was quite a struggle to eject the tray from the smartphone, but it must be a good thing for a rugged phone, ensuring a best water resistance and dust resistance. So on the tray we can see 2 SIM card slots next to each other. So this smartphone supports double SIM card, and it will also have the SD card slot here, which and this smartphone supports up to 2 terabytes of external storage. Okay, now let's put it back inside. By the way, we also have a side button right here, which I'm not quite sure what it does. Maybe it has some sort of AI assistant or just quick access menu inside. Now at the bottom we have the USB Type-C charging port and 1 speaker. So this smartphone doesn't support stereo. We only have the mono speaker. Now let's talk about the display. So the display is sealed. Let me carefully remove the sealing from it, and let me tell you something about the display itself. So the display is 6.6 inch. It's of an HD quality. It has a hardened Gorilla Glass for better protection. It's an IPS screen. And generally speaking, an HD display for a smartphone of such size, it's not the best thing. I think it's a big drawback, since you would need to use the smartphone mostly outside in different conditions, and you would also need to have a better look on, for example, maps or anything. Now let's try to power it on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna succeed, but oh, I actually did. So let's talk about other specifications. So this smartphone has a MediaTek Dimensity 6300 CPU, which is not a top shelf CPU, but it's a generally speaking a very strong middle class CPU. And it's quite weird that they decided to put it next to 4 gigabytes of RAM memory, which cannot uncover the full potential of this CPU, as it's quite powerful. It also has a good graphic card, which is Mali G57 MC2, and it's also quite a good graphics card, which is not fully uncovered due to 4 gigabytes of RAM memory. Now this smartphone, the Fire 7, also comes in 2 different versions. The first one is Pro and the second one is Ultra. Now the Pro version and Ultra versions claim to have 8 gigabytes of RAM memory, which is much better for this for the rest of the configuration. And right now I just realized that I didn't mention the camera. So we can see that we have a macro camera here, and from what I can read right here, it also has an some AI model in the camera. Now that the main camera is of 64 megapixel. Now the macro camera is 2 megapixel, and we also have a huge flashlight next to them. The frontal camera on the other side is 16 megapixels, so it's a great selfie camera once again. The system on this phone is Android 15. If you couldn't been able to tell it already, and yeah, I think I mentioned pretty much everything I wanted. So let me also mention the other models, so the Pro and the Ultra. Now the Pro model is different, as it supports a better charging quality, which I actually didn't mention about this device now that I think about it. So this device can only be charged with 80 watts charger, 18 watts charger, and having a 30,000 milliamperes battery inside. This charging speed will require at least several hours to charge this device fully. However, at the same time, this battery will ensure you up to 5 or 6 days without recharging on this phone. Now also the Pro version claims to have the camping lights and the POC system, which is basically a walkie-talkie for a smartphone. And the Ultra version has pretty much the same specifications as the Pro one, except for it claims to have a full HD display and also a better sound quality with 128 decibel speaker. So at this point, I think I will go through the setup process, and then I will show you some some software specifications of this phone. And the first thing I want to check in this phone is its brightness level. So this smartphone has a 400 nits at max of brightness level, which is pretty adequate for indoors usage and outdoors in shadows, but it's not enough for general use in sunlight, which is a huge drawback for a rugged smartphone. And now let's check the camera of this device. So the frontal camera, I actually prepared some photos for you. Now this one is taken on the regular camera of the smartphone, and we can see that the camera actually does a pretty good job of taking a good photo. I think it must be some sort of enhanced using AI, but it actually looks very good. And now here is the macro camera result, and the macro camera is even better in my opinion. It also supports a Full HD and also 2K video recording quality with 30 FPS. And at this point, what else can I tell you about? It has the standard outdoor kit, and the standard for DOOGEE smartphones, which has a bunch of different tools that you can use on your smartphone. Here you can check all of them. Basically, so most of them are used for measuring, and most of them are even present on regular smartphones. Here we have the underwater camera, and this one drew my attention because I couldn't quite tell how it is different from the regular one until I realized I cannot actually use the smartphone's screen in this mode, and to exit this menu I actually have to press the side button. And yeah, right now I think let's see the visual quality of the display. So let me play a sample video for you, and here it goes. So the picture quality is not quite bad from the distance, but in real life I can tell that this display is not full HD. So yeah, the HD display is also a big drawback for the smartphone, but generally speaking it's pretty bearable, especially for the price of this device. So let me actually skip through this video so we can see many different colors and how they are displayed on the smartphone. Let me also show you what the picture looks like from the sides. Oh, actually camera distorts it. No, the display is visible well from all sides. It's just the camera cannot capture it properly. So the phone generally does a pretty good job. If you are not seeking like a perfect image quality, this is a great solution for you. And now I just wanted to check the sound quality, as this device uses a mono speaker, which is quite unusual for modern standards. But let's hear it together. Okay, so I'm gonna point the speaker closer to the microphone so we can hear it.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't
Okay, I think that's enough. So as you could have heard, the audio quality is not that good actually, and including the mono speaker limiting. The speaker is also a drawback of this device, but at least we can hear the sound well. That's one good thing in it. And so I think there is not much more to tell you about this phone. So it's a budget rugged device with not many features inside. 4 gigabytes of RAM memory, which will do a good job in performing basic tasks on your device, and it has a good camera. It's a fair point. The HD display is not quite well for outdoors, especially combining it with the low brightness levels on the smartphone. But everything else about this device is great. It's unbreakable, practically unbreakable. Just don't try to do too much with it. But yeah, it has all the dust and water protection standards I ever imagined to exist. And yeah, and it's a bulky smartphone. By the way, it's 300 grams, and it's, well, I wouldn't say that it sits comfortably in hand, but that's I think that's the drawback of a 13,000 milliamperes per hour battery, which will ensure the longest life possible for this smartphone. And so that's it for this video. I hope that I mentioned everything you wanted to hear about this device, and at this point, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.